Yo, what's
All
going
right, we are
on?
live. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Markus Steeds, aka Mark Havoc. This is Rob the Boss, Bossolari,
Boss Comedy.
Boss Comedy, and we also have our executive producer, Austin, with us today. Yay! Give it a round of applause for everybody involved in putting this together. We are live. I wasn't here last week, I had things going on. Rob, you did the show by yourself. How do you feel about last week's show?
Considering we were talking about the World Heavyweight Championship belt for WWE
Yes.
and the draft, I don't feel that good.
You don't feel that good.
Oh, my performance was amazing.
Okay. Her performance itself was
I was amazing.
Okay.
I was amazing. Unlike one Paul Levesque, I knew what I was doing.
That's a shot at Triple H. I like it.
More like single H.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm trying to share stuff. And it's not working. All right.
I will quote somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he understands what the word undisputed means.
Uh-oh. Who would not know?
Bully Ray.
Bully.
He does not know.
He doesn't know that word.
Triple H does not know what the word undisputed means. So I'm shooting. I'm just straight fired. That's why there's fire behind me. That's why the brand behind me is the better of the brands, because they understand. Yeah, that the brand behind me is the better of the two brands.
Why? You're an AEW guy now? Oh my god, this is amazing.
I've always been.
It is 5:10:23. We have one witness to the left. Rob has finally come to the dark side.
No, this is where the light is.
We are at it. Okay. Well, either way.
You know the Jedi were the really evil ones.
Of course.
Because they let everything go wrong when they could have stopped it.
They just allowed things to happen.
The only one who wasn't evil was Yoda. He was apathetic. Mace Windu was a villain.
Apathy is not a good thing. Anyway, we are excited about this show. We have a few things to talk about. I actually have notes and stuff.
Oh yeah, we came
prepared this week.
Yeah.
I took a vacation last week and I came back ready to work. How are things, Rob?
I'm good.
Robert De Niro just had a child. How do we feel about that?
Pretty good. You know what?
How is he? How old is he? 79.
79. Hold on.
That's a little selfish. I think that's just a little bit selfish to have a child.
Wait a minute. How handsome is this dude? I mean, like how old is this woman?
Fucking.
Yeah, but he's got to be porking like a woman in her 30s.
Yeah,
and she's letting them, dive on in.
Ejaculate, yes.
Or do you think she just throws a towel down with a hole cut out and goes, yeah, I'm just going to imagine somebody else?
I'm going to imagine you're Jason Momoa. So
woo!
Listen, we got a lot to talk about.
My God.
Let's talk Ring of Honor first. We'll do
Ring of Honor first,
because there's a lot going on.
And then pity sex in bed with Robert De Niro at 80 years old.
Yes.
We'll talk about WWE later.
Yeah, we'll talk about Raw later as if it's the third worst stepchild.
Oh yeah,
possible.
It's the modern Disney of.
Yeah. So this week we're going to be talking about 5-5, which would have been last
5 days ago.
5 days ago. It would have been Friday. Friday's Ring of Honor recap. We have Rocky Romero versus Lee Moriarty with Big Bill.
What do we think about Big Bill?
Listen. When I watched,
is he soft?
When I watched WWE, I did for a while there. I was a big NXT guy. I liked NXT Black and Gold. I was a huge. I was a big fan of Big Cass and Enzo and the entertainment of all of that. Those things they entertained me. And I had a good time watching those two, just be a part of it. And they were entertaining and stuff. I don't know what's going on with Big Billiam right now. I don't know if he's what's quite going on or whatever. But I mean, Big Bill's Big Bill. You know, Big Bill's gonna do Big Bill
I
things.
like the name better than W. Morrissey. That was
Sure,
terrible.
yes.
W. Morrissey was terrible.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, it sounds like a bad wine.
It sounds like it was his real name, and he just
It is.
like,
That's
and
his
he was
real
just
name.
like, I'm gonna use my real name for a while, and everybody was like, you should get a gimmick name.
But
You
Big
should.
Cass, like,
I mean,
like-
I like Big Cass. I liked Big Cass.
you
The
know what?
whole
Big
gimmick.
Bill
I
is
like the
better.
whole gimmick, but yeah, Big Bill's cool. I don't really, you know, okay. Here's the thing, as the booker in me
yeah,
is like, if you're gonna have a 7-foot fucking madman running around, he should be a champion of some sort. He should be beating up people. He should be backstage brawling people. He should just be
they don't know what to do with
using his size as an advantage. He should just be hurting people. And having him just kind of be Lee Moriarty's just like henchman is kind of like weird to me.
So in Impact Wrestling, when he was over in Impact for
Sure.
the year that he was,
Yeah.
they just said, "Oh,
Was he over there as W. Morrissey?
W. Morrissey."
Okay.
He comes out in jeans and Timbos. Now he's from
Sure.
Queens.
Sure, I
So,
get it.
That's not, you
I
know,
get
hey,
it.
Red.
But that's not really wrestling.
I don't
gear.
like when they don't have wrestling attire and they
Yeah.
just come out in street clothes because it's like it looks lazy.
Yeah. How do you feel about tag teams when they don't match their gear?
I don't like it.
I hate
You don't
it.
feel
right?
it doesn't feel official.
It doesn't feel like they care to win.
No, like WWE did Ricochet and Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman and Ricochet are two bald guys with big beards,
Sure.
and you're like,
And they kind of get together.
they
It makes
look,
sense.
yeah, and one guy's fast and one guy's big,
Yeah.
but they have no chemistry. But at least they look in sync.
Yes.
When they did what is it, the Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family,
Yeah.
the rest of the Wyatt family, they looked like a guy out of a Rob Zombie horror movie.
Sure.
They look like two guys at a gas
But
station.
they kind of looked together.
Right. They even when they did Bludgeon Brothers, you went, all right,
Yeah.
these guys
Yeah. They're a team.
have a gimmick.
They're a team.
House Party, same thing.
Sure.
Those guys look great.
Yeah.
House Party from AEW, which, man, they just don't look right without the other half.
Yeah. It's
It looks weird.
It's a little weird.
All right, but anyways,
going on. Back to Big Bill.
Big Bill. Big Bill with his
Billy.
Timbo boots and his jeans. So in Impact Wrestling, they didn't know what to do with him, so they put him up against. They tried to put him up with Moose, and they tried to have him and Moose conspire and work together to get the Impact World Heavyweight belt.
Okay.
They tried to have him take out Josh Alexander.
Mhm.
He and Big Bill turned on. Big Bill turns on Moose, or W. Morrissey turns
Okay.
on Moose. It was
Okay.
very predictable.
Yeah. Sure.
He was a henchman. He's a henchman. That's the problem with him. He has no mic skills, and he's got that heavy New York accent.
Listen, I
which-
think you can be the main guy. You don't have to be a henchman, and not have to talk. Just get. There's plenty of people that can talk for him, necessarily just because.
That's why they
just
need
because
to
he
bring
has-
Enzo Amore back.
Well, they could do that, or they can put him with who's the short black guy manager that got booted from NXT.
Oh Jesus! Oh,
The
Leo
mouth.
Rush.
No, the mouth. He's only been like a manager
Oh, I don't know.
in I forget his name. He had this thing about
Because there was Robert Stone, who was but he's white and he's from Jersey. And Robert Stone always plays his Jersey Shore character. He was a tag team wrestler with Jesse Goddard on Impact Wrestling for years. He was pretty good. He was Robbie E.
Mhm.
And he's a pretty good mouthpiece. And they knew how to.
Well, there's a couple of mouthpieces they can put with Bill and have Big Bill do his thing. I just think Stokely. Yes.
Oh, you didn't remember Stokely Hathaway?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Okay, put Stokely with Big Bill, and then fucking have Big Bill be. He doesn't have to be a minion. He doesn't have to be somebody who's fucking guy. He just has Stokely talk for him, and I think you could have a good run as the main character sometime. Just have him do his own thing. Have him be a little bit of a monster. Let him run around, beat up people, and hurt people. And I think you could do something there.
Right.
You don't necessarily need Enzo, which I mean, at this point with allegations and how they've been proven wrong and bullshit or whatever,
He's toxic.
I think at this point, the guy needs to learn a lesson or two, and I'm sure
I think his career, his best days are behind him.
Yeah. Well,
it's unfortunate because he was good.
I think he's in MLW. He's doing okay over there or whatever,
And that's the thing. That's where MJF is from. MLW.
Yeah.
And he did well at MLW. He wouldn't be where he is now without MLW.
Yeah, I just think we could be doing a lot more with Big Bill. Next, we got Samoa Joe and the ROH TV Championship versus Christopher Daniels, and the announcing team wanted to make a point that this might be the 97th time that Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels have had a match together. So these guys know each other real well. They know how to be they have chemistry and stuff like that. They know how to wrestle each other. They've been around. They've it was a good match. It was a good match. It was it was a match. I'm not a huge fan of either person's story.
I mean, here's the thing. Christopher Daniels has been around for a very long time.
Yes.
It's
something like 30 something years.
You cannot call Christopher Daniels an indie guy. No. He's just a guy who's never been on WWE.
Sure.
And by the way, before they had the Ring General over at WWE, he was a ring general. He came up with tassels and he came up with all sorts of crap. Claudio Castagnoli being over there, but no, we're talking about Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels he's really good, and with the busted eye socket,
yeah,
he looks savage as fuck.
I like the whole continued storyline of him getting beat up or whatever, and having that or whatever. But I mean, if they've had a match 97 times, do we really need to see it again?
Because they're trying to fill time,
and
they're trying to fill time.
Yeah, I mean, do it with something else. Next, we had Claudio Castagnoli, the ROH heavyweight champion, versus a guy named Robbie Eagles. And Robbie Eagles is apparently a guy who's been with ROH for a while. He's an older ROH guy.
By the way, leave that up there. Leave Claudio Castagnoli up there.
Sure.
What are we looking at? Like this version of him. I don't like him as a comical guy.
Okay.
WWE always had him as this comical guy. I never liked it.
We the people.
He was always a background guy. This guy, when he shows up, he looks scarier to me than Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
The way he comes out with the 5 o'clock shadow head and he just looks like a violent, more Jason Statham. Absolutely love him.
Something I really love about this guy is how strong he actually is.
Oh my God.
And how people continue to talk about.
Because Moxley has no definition.
Sure.
Moxley is your old school Irish brawler who is just a guy who you could beat the piss out of him and he'll just get up and keep going. Yeah. This guy looks frightening.
Sure.
This guy looks like if he's going to fight Roman Reigns is going to be bloodied. And what did they do when they had him against Roman Reigns 2 years ago? It was like he was this happy-go-lucky underdog. He came out in this ill-fitting suit. He was awkward. This guy isn't awkward. This guy comes out there and he handles business. Claudio Castagnoli is amazing.
Sure.
What was he before WWE? Was the Swiss
Superman.
I can't even remember.
I can't remember his name either.
And you know what? And that's a good thing because Cesaro. What does that even mean? Like, do I like the name Claudio Castagnoli? Is it his super masculine name? No. But when this son of a bitch comes out, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So he had a match with a guy named Robbie Eagles, and Robbie Eagles is, he's a guy. He's a wrestler. I don't know why they had that match. I don't know.
Robbie Eagles, you mean?
Yeah. Robbie Eagles.
It can't be the same Robbie E. That because no.
We were talking about that earlier.
Right.
But they had a match, and they shook hands, and it was cool or whatever. There was a lot of high flying and stuff like that, and it was a good match, I guess. Let's pop that picture up here real quick so we can see this guy. I can't tell if that's like
hold on, let me do the
headband and a bandana thing going on. What is?
Yeah, let me see this. And
I don't. I mean, why? Why did we? I don't know. It's cool.
But again,
it was a good match. It was a lot of high flying.
And by the way, As savage as he is.
Yeah.
All right, no. So yeah, it is on in New Jersey right now. You're on East Coast time. So AEW for us is not on yet. It's probably going to be on at 8:00 in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So you're probably seeing stuff that we haven't seen
Well, you
yet.
should DVR AEW and continue to watch this because we're going to be talking about.
Hey, well, you know the
here.
funny thing is we could be talking about something that's affected by what's happening live there.
Sure.
I actually like that dynamic.
Yeah,
I like that
somebody
dynamic.
Could be watching. Well, I mean that's what we get for doing the show on Wednesday.
Well, if we want to go Tuesday, we'll go Tuesday. You know what?
We'll figure it out.
It's good to be a senior salesman where I am. I get to.
Yeah. So Claudio wins the champion, keeps the champion, and they shake hands, and it was a good match. It was interesting. And then we had a backstage segment with Sky Blue. She challenges Athena. Oh, I forgot. I missed one. Angelica Risk versus Athena.
You remember when Sky Blue was supposed to be like just some local talent who was a jobber?
Yeah.
And she's now just a full-time jobber.
Now she's getting a push because there was a backstage segment where she challenges Athena for the championship. And then we have a Dark Order and the Best Friends versus the Kingdom and Varsity Athletes. They have a match. It was,
I want Dark Order to be heels so bad.
I liked when they were heels.
They were good.
I enjoyed them as heels. They haven't really done anything memorable.
Because John Hungy is just as lovable Popeye the Sailorman type
guy. Kick that guy out if you're going to be heels. If you're going to be heels, kick that guy out.
Hungy can't.
I can't hate that guy. I can't hate John Silver. I can't.
No, and
I don't know.
Alex Reynolds. Yes, that was classic.
I love that when they did that. Like there was 13 members,
and he was sitting on them, oh my god! And it was weird. I didn't know what to make of this. And Evil Uno is. Let's be real. You could pass off as Evil Uno. Let me give you the math.
Sure.
And I didn't know what I was.
The promo skills, but we'll try it.
Wait, he doesn't even. His promo skills
His promos are pretty good.
They're good.
Don't hate.
They're not great. They're good.
Sure.
And when he comes out and he's just very stoic, and
I like that.
Oh my god, he's so funny when he's so stoic.
He's a very entertaining guy. I like the all elite segments, what they used to do with Dark Order and stuff when Brody Lee was still around.
I definitely need a new mic. I'm constantly slouching over and
okay.
Driving me crazy.
So the Righteous. Who are the Righteous? Do you know?
I can't keep up with all of the people.
Well, they interrupted. I didn't watch this because
they'll be gone in 10 weeks.
I was busy and I don't know who the Righteous are.
I can't keep up with some of these promotions.
I can't keep up with the Kingdom is
well, the Kingdom is obvious. They've been around forever.
Yeah, but do they still have so is Righteous? Okay, hold on.
The Kingdom is Mike Bennett and Josh Taven and Maria Kanellis.
That's it. That's the Kingdom.
That's the Kingdom.
Okay, so there's a guy with like dreadlocks. He's got a V somewhere in. Excuse me, in his name I can't remember. He's a heavily tattooed guy. I know somebody in our comments is going to know who I'm talking about. Is that the guy in the Righteous or
I don't know.
I don't know. I forget his freaking name, but there's just too many groups running around right now.
And
I know I'm the guy who talks about
I just he found a picture. He's looking up our producer is doing a great job and we're trying to balance this so I'm not, futzing around with the keyboard and the mouse and shit.
But you're getting distracted and looking over there too much.
Well, no, I'm looking there. He just pulled up a picture of Sami Zayn from 5 years ago when he was still cut.
Oh, okay.
And he was kind of like beefcake when he was on the borderline when Sami Zayn was now he's just kind of, I don't know. He looks like he's, yes, Johnny Hungy is the GOAT. Sami Zayn looks like he's just worn out, but he's also the most over he's ever been.
Yeah, he looks tired. And we'll get to that. So there was a backstage segment now of Athena accepting Sky Blue's challenge.
Blue. Oh my lord.
I guess she's gonna get that title match soon. Maybe Athena will lose it. And then the last segment that I cared about enough to talk about was Preston Vance versus Adonis. Preston Vance, I like what they're doing with the whole Presty. I like the heel thing. I like him.
I just don't like the faction he's in.
What's the faction he's in?
Governales. I can never get the name.
La Mexico.
Whatever. Here's what I'll say about that.
With El Gringo, one way.
With El Gringo.
Yeah.
I don't care about his gimmick, and I don't think he has any legs. I don't know. I think they put him in it. You know what it is? It's, have you ever drove your car down the street and then you find out it's no outlet? And you're like,
oh shit, I got to turn around.
Yeah, I got to turn around. That's what they did with this guy.
Well,
and it's a long street. It's one of those long streets, and you're like, shit.
Is there somewhere else you would rather him be?
He was, you know what? If you got tired of wearing, because he
left Dark Order.
Yeah, I know, but he was good in Dark Order. He was good in Dark Order.
Was he though?
Because he was the guy I actually thought. I looked at him and I was like, yo, he actually is an impressive wrestler.
Yes.
He has the right physique.
Sure.
But
does he have any mic skills?
No.
He can't talk.
He's a jobber. And he shouldn't be a jobber.
Why is everybody a jobber to you?
No, because
they can't talk, that makes him a jobber.
But how many matches has he won where you just completely destroyed the other guy in the ring, and you're like, holy shit? I don't know.
I think that was the point of this faction.
But he still has it. He's lost a lot.
That's just bad booking.
He's lost a lot of matches.
That's just bad booking.
Well, that's right, but it makes him come off like a jobber.
Sure.
He comes off like he's not enhancement talent. He has a name, and they did this great story where he tears up his mask, and then he goes on the back burner. And he shows up, but he shows up with three of the guys in front of him. He shows up with Roosh in front of him. He shows up with Roosh's manager. I can't even remember that no-name guy.
Yeah.
He has all these other people, and then they go, oh, here's Preston Vance, and they're like, oh. Well. Yeah. But because he's lost so many matches, and the only credit he has to his name is tearing up his mask and spitting on a little kid.
And making that kid cry.
And what happens, WWE is like, get that little kid. Give him front seat tickets to watch his dad lose. Hey, you want to see your dad's best friend lose?
Yeah. I don't know. I think we should give the guy a chance. And
but they've given him like 2 months now, and
things need to develop. I guess
this is where I'll give WWE credit.
Oh God, here we go. He's turning back. He's going back to the
WWE.
Light
if they plan on jobbing you out, they will have you lose every damn week. EC3. Yeah. EC3 lost. EC3 was diarrhea. EC3, when he got to WWE, was just like toilet paper, just with clumps of shit in it, because he kept losing and losing and losing. And he would job out. He would lose matches in minutes. And he'd be like, what? But this guy got mic skills. Garbage. Yeah. But at least they made him garbage. They kept him as garbage. Yeah. He was a floating turd from day one.
Yes.
Cool. But the WWE just, all right, we're gonna push this guy and we're gonna push him to the moon. This company is like, all right, we're gonna give you this hard hit, and then what happens? Well, all right, here's the thing. We've got so many talent here, and you gotta do it like Tony Khan. We've got so much talent here at AEW that we just don't have enough time to get to everyone. So we're going to start off with Preston Vance, and then we'll return to that story in 3 weeks on Rampage, where he will make a triumphant return and beat up -1. It will be a banger of a match. And you're going to be like, wait, 3 weeks from now? What? And then he had an amazing match, but it was on Elevation and dark. So you might not have seen it, but you should go to the our web page on YouTube and watch it. Paul White's going to put you to sleep with the commentary, but it's going to be some of the greatest YouTube matches you've ever seen since Billy Corgan put on a show.
Put your glasses back on, sir, please. All right, well, we're done talking about ROH because, it is what it is. Would you like to talk about Monday Night Raw?
Briefly.
Or AEW Dynamite. You get
Dynamite.
You want to talk about Dynamite?
I don't want to bore the people. We'll get to. I have nothing much to say about Raw. I was
trying to help our producer there. He had Cody up.
All right, fine. Then we're gonna do Raw.
All right, let's do Raw real quick.
We don't want to, because XRP is already pissed, and we have 2 people left.
You're pissing people off already.
I'm sorry.
Your gimmicks just. Let's go over LWO at some point. That's
all right. Backlash. All right, there was backlash.
Real quick, Cody versus Brock Lesnar.
All right, Cody versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He wins. He beats Brock clean in the ring at Backlash.
Really?
He beats Brock clean. It was like under 10 minutes the match.
Again, I don't watch this product anymore, so you're trying to tell me
so
that guy,
Backlash was in Puerto Rico,
which is apparently a lot of people didn't know, in American territory.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans are Americans, geniuses.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
So this guy right here, this heartthrob right here with this inexplicable, I don't know why he's got a red, white, and blue vagina on his neck.
Hey,
it looks retarded. I said it. It was a fast match.
That guy, the guy who ended racism.
He went, okay. I beat him. I could put him in my rearview mirror.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, good. Now he's going to become the world heavyweight champion and great. This is what he deserves. He deserves the belt. Let's just give it to him.
Sure.
Have him ride it out all the way to next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can get down with that.
Okay.
I've said I don't like the world championship, not the design of the belt. I don't like that there are two champions. It makes no sense. It's confusing. Who's better? Is it the Universal Champion or is it the World Heavyweight Champion? It's a silly gimmick, whatever. So what happens?
So Cody beats Brock in a quick match?
Quick match, Cody beats Brock. The whole night was very great for Puerto Ricans. If you're Puerto Rican,
I heard they had an amazing crowd.
It was an amazing crowd. You had Bad Bunny win. You had Selena Vega come out and wrestle a really, really emotional match against Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone got what they wanted.
Did Rhea Ripley do that pin that everybody likes?
Oh, you're talking about the Texas Cloverleaf in the air?
No, the pin where she kind of missionary kind of like pin. Did she do her pin?
I think no. She got to wear a Texas Cloverleaf, if I'm not mistaken. Elevated Texas Cloverleaf.
Okay.
And
you know what I'm talking about,
yes,
right? The Ripley pin.
Scissoring. Scissor me, Rhea Ripley. Anyways, so
that's. I mean,
if for a Spanish-speaking crowd, for Puerto Ricans, it was to me a healthier way. Like I don't care when they go to Saudi Arabia.
That pin.
Oh yeah.
Did she do the
pin? Jesus. Yeah, you get that on the screen. Get that on the screen.
Did she do the pin? That's
no.
That's the pin.
Oh my God.
I saw a compilation people did of like all of her matches that she won with that pin. There's like 17 of them.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You just you know someone's gonna superimpose a fucking strap on in that.
That's hilarious.
Oh my Lord.
So she beat it. All right, Seth Rollins is a contender for the World Heavyweight Very Disputed Championship.
Again, it's yeah.
Would you like to talk about that?
Seth Rollins is great. He's over right now. I couldn't tell you what his gimmick is. His gimmick is coming up in the fruitiest outfits ever and going, and then everyone does it. And he's just
being over.
He's over. His gimmick right now is he's obnoxious.
His gimmick
you know what he is?
Everybody loves and appreciates him.
You know what he
star.
Is? He's a successful version of the Miz.
Okay.
Because that's what the Miz was trying to do. He was trying to come in wacky outfits 10 years ago, when the Miz actually was relevant for a brief window where the Miz wasn't. But and now the Miz is still stuck in his crappy gimmick.
Yes.
And he's making a lot of money.
Yes. He has a beautiful wife.
He has a beautiful wife, beautiful daughter. Has a TV show. He wants for nothing. All he has to do is take a few sucker punches every once in a while, and that's it.
Sounds like he's got it good.
You know what? Here's the thing. XRP, the heavyweight belt is more prestigious than the universal belt.
Let's talk about that.
Real quick on the belts thing. If the heavyweight belt, you're spreading your disease.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Right. I covered it.
Yeah, no, my arm is full of disease now. Full of East Las Vegas disease.
Good luck with the herpes.
Yeah. Real quick on those two belt things. I don't know, and I know you're fucking egging me on a little bit.
No, we are. Let him egg you on a little bit. Talk about it.
This is the thing, and this was said by other people who've been in this wrestling industry way the hell longer than Mm-hmm. I'm not even in the industry. I'm an observer. I'm a conscientious big fan. Bully Ray said it. He goes, so what does that mean for Roman Reigns now? Which is what I said. what does it mean for Roman Reigns that you are no longer the top guy? What does this mean? Are you going to walk around Raw with 2 belts in your hand like an idiot?
Who says he's not still the top guy?
Because he's not. He's not the top guy because he doesn't control both brands.
He hasn't been. Oh my! Are we going? Let's go back to this because I feel like.
But and I'm not the only one who said this. Now there's guys who have actually won stuff at WWE and Impact and Raw and all the brands and everything. You know, Bully Ray said this. Dave LaGreca was talking about. All these people were talking about.
Yeah,
it.
but Bully Ray's a fucking.
No, but
can
he's.
we be honest
but,
about
but,
Bully Ray?
hold on. This is what I'm talking about. So now this guy is going to walk into Raw, Nick. No, excuse me, SmackDown. This week he's going to walk into SmackDown and he's going to have 2 belts on his shoulder. And I'm going to go, what does that mean now? What did those belts even mean?
I bet he doesn't. I bet he walks in and has.
Just a
belt.
blue one? It
Just
doesn't make sense.
One belt.
And here's the thing with this. He doesn't even have his 1,000 days. If you would have at least let him be the top guy with no disputes, no other belts in the picture, none of that shit, and not even mention Triple H pulled the trigger way too soon on this. He should have waited until this guy got his 1,000 days in, said, I'm sick of it, I'm done. See, a long time ago, Bobby Lashley had the same situation in Impact Wrestling. He had the Impact belt, he had the Impact Grand Champion belt, and he had the X Division belt. And with Impact Wrestling, you can cash in the X Division belt, use option C to try to fight and risk it all to be the Impact World Champion. Now, you're fine, and WWE saying it. I'm okay with that. My problem is
I feel like if the man hasn't been beaten, he's still the big dog.
No, but he's not because you wrote that. You said that he's not. Your XRP's got it right. If you're going to reward the belt, and I'm assuming it's going to be Seth Rollins, unless they do a swerve.
XRP is probably still watching half of Dynamite while listening to that.
That's fine.
I don't know if he's
but my thing is
he might be a little misconstrued. Man, the fact that he's agreeing with Rob for a minute kind of has me thinking that might not be the real XRP.
No. But he's right. It's not that Roman Reigns physically isn't the top guy. It's not that he hasn't dominated. It's not that he hasn't had the best promos that he's ever had in his career.
He hasn't lost yet. He's not. He's still the big dog.
Right, but he's not because they decided he's not. WWE could have said, "Okay, you're right," but the WWE said he wasn't. Markus is correct. In spirit, you are correct. But the WWE said, "Here's your corner, Joe. Get your ass in the corner, Joe."
Stop with the names.
That's what they're telling him. You're gonna sit your ass in the corner. Paul Heyman cannot help you. Nick Khan this is the decision. You are not going to represent everybody. You're going to represent a brand. But we don't want to say that again because then it looks like we're doing Raw versus SmackDown again. So we're just going to say you're the Universal Champion instead of the undisputed Universal World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, I know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right. So, can you name all the competitors in the tournament to figure out the champion for this new title?
From the beginning,
they're doing a tournament, correct?
For so it was Finn Balor,
okay,
and it was Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
They had 2 triple threat matches, but it was Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Once again, Cody gets screwed over by Brock Lesnar, who comes in and interrupts his triple threat match.
Okay.
Cody came out with this great promo, said, Brock Lesnar's in my review. I beat him straight up. I busted him open. Brock Lesnar comes out, beats the crap out of him, and goes, "You didn't bust me open. I tripped and fell into the exposed turnbuckle. It had nothing to do with you. I want to fight. I want a street match, blah, 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 whatever." So now Cody's further on the back burner. I guess they're trying to milk Cody and make it look like he's got the long climb up. But this is, what this reminds me of? What they did with Solo Sikoa, where Solo Sikoa was told, "All right, you're out, get out of here." And then he comes back, costs Cody the match. It's the same premise again. So I'm getting bored. Give Cody a belt. Just give him a goddamn belt. Have him fight. You know what they should have done? They should have had him win the belt, any belt, and then have Brock Lesnar try to screw him over. Because then at least Brock Lesnar's screwing him over and getting something for his troubles instead of just being a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not even gaining anything from this. That's what it doesn't make sense about this storyline. Brock Lesnar gains nothing from this. If Paul Heyman should show up and go, my client, Brock Lesnar, and then you go, cool. All right, now it makes sense. Paul Heyman's goal was to get Brock Lesnar the belt so Paul Heyman can have his cake and eat it too. And this was a Paul Heyman thing to have two guys to represent.
Okay, but here's the thing. I asked you a question.
Sorry.
And you didn't answer any of it.
You asked me who was in the match?
No, I said there's eight people on Raw, 8 people on SmackDown.
Sure,
they're doing a tournament. Who's all involved? Name some of the people involved.
All right, so it was I was gonna say Prince Devitt, but no, Finn Balor. It was Finn Balor and The Miz, and of course Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
It was Seth Rollins.
Okay.
I don't remember the guys were in the Seth Rollins match. Oh Christ.
But it was about 10, 12 guys.
Yes. Well, it's 3, it's 6, it's 12 in all.
When are we gonna crown a champion?
At Saudi Arabia, they're going to do the final match. So we know one side's going to be Seth Rollins for Raw, and then they're going to do the 2 triple threat matches on SmackDown.
We got a list of guys.
So yeah, so the first it was Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and then it was Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, and The Miz.
Okay. And then
so Shinsuke got, he gets taken out.
Then we got AJ Styles.
And yeah, load that picture up if you could. And that'll make some sense of it. And yes, we'll do that. And then just scroll that right quick.
So who do we think's taking it? Who's going to be the first champ?
Here's the thing. Let's go through this list. Bobby Lashley, no. He had it for all of like 2 years, like before Roman Reigns. He had it for a while.
People currently involved in it?
Yes, this is now the other 6 people remaining.
Oh, so Seth has won it.
He's already won for Raw side.
So no matter what, he's in the match.
Right. Okay. Now it's these 6.
Okay. So out of these 7 men, who do we think is going to win this thing?
There's 2 people. Obviously, Seth Rollins is huge. You could do Edge. Yes. But I don't see Edge going on another title run. I don't see Bobby Lashley doing it. He needs a mouthpiece. Austin Theory, I don't care. Theory and Sheamus aren't going anywhere. And this dude isn't going anywhere either. I don't see. It's got to be Seth Rollins. He's too much over. Also, what you could end up doing, and it's the scumbag thing to do, is you could go, here, let me get out of this. You could go, the scumbag thing to do would be to just have a Shield match. And just do another Shield match. And just have, again, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins comes dressed up in his old Shield gear. And they do the shit. But they already did that. I still want Cody Rhodes. And I still want Cody Rhodes versus...
Are you having a stroke right now?
No.
Are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
Just answer the question. Who do we think is going to be? Who's going to win?
Seth Rollins.
You think Seth Rollins is going to win?
Yes.
I think Edge is winning it.
Edge, no.
I think Edge is winning it. I think Edge is going to have one more run as a champion, and it's going to be a pretty good championship run. I think it's going to be sick.
This is the.
I think Seth is so over that he doesn't need a championship.
I can understand that. I'm not going to say you're off base there. You're not wrong. There is logic to what you're saying.
I know, because I said it.
I'm being very amiable. I'm being like,
I know.
Edge if Edge gets it, the only problem I have with Edge getting it is, it's good in the sense that he can wrestle anybody. It's bad because there's other people you could insert. Like Rollins has heat with a lot of people. You could go a little bit further than that with Edge, whereas Edge will come off as a nostalgia act. Bobby Lashley, it doesn't age.
Edge is still killing it at however old he is. It's not
but Bobby Lashley is the one wrestler that you could insert him at any point in time and you just go, oh, it's Bobby Lashley. Edge comes back and you're like, oh, you've still got it.
Bobby Lashley,
you've still got it.
To me, Bobby Lashley is the most boring charisma vacuum wrestler I've ever seen.
He has all the moves and the looks.
He has talent. He has skill. He has ability. But he has the looks.
But he can't do anything.
Have you heard the guy talk?
Yo, I'm gonna show you what's going on. This is a good.
Could you imagine that guy? Like you're at the gym, right? And you're working out. One thing I've done once in my life. I've been in a gym once. I was working out.
Shout out to David Hewlett and
Thank
the
you.
Paprika Show.
One time I'm doing weights one time and I'm sitting there and then Bobby Lashley came up to me and he's like, "Hey, young man, let me
No,
help
first
you
of all,
out
you got to
with
get the voice a
thing
little bit deeper than that.
And no, the dude sounds like a fucking.
You be careful because his cousin is a comedian out here.
Oh, he's got a cousin out here?
Yeah,
Who's his
that's
cousin?
Delilah.
Oh, who cares?
Yo,
Anyway, man, fuck Bobby Lashley. Listen, the guy's boring. The guy sucks. And there's no way he should be champ.
She already wants to kill me, so he would definitely do a number on me.
Rhea Ripley defeats Dana Brooke in a modified pinfall. What is that about?
That's the she does the Texas Cloverleaf.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, she does a Texas Cloverleaf, but instead of just like grinding your spine into the mat, she just lifts you up into the air.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that's good. Yeah, not quite.
She
that.
needs to pin more people like that.
I like the look on her face. That just.
She has that look like I know. You know what I mean?
Oh
like
my god, she's just so. That's why I would love to see her versus Jade Cargill because the arrogance on both of them is just.
Amazing.
Oh god, please let that happen. That's a dream match.
We know why you want to see that match. All right. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeat the Imperium. Those guys. How long are they going to have the titles? How long are we going to let this go on?
SummerSlam.
Couple more months.
Yeah, they lose them. They're boring. Sami Zayn Kevin Owens could say anything, and no one would care. He gets no pops. It's just Sami Zayn, and Zayn's losing steam.
Listen, I used to be excited to watch.
The hell did you do?
Drop my phone.
All right.
I used to be excited to watch Kevin Owens. Like Kevin Steen. No, we're not doing that.
Well, that is his name on Ring of Honor, and that's his name everywhere else.
That's his real name.
I know.
That's why I'm not using it. We don't do that around here. I'm sick of you calling Roman Reigns Joe and doing all that shit. You're fucking. It's annoying.
I'm sorry.
Kevin Owens, I used to enjoy watching Kevin Owens. I used to enjoy it. I used to be excited.
One was done funny, and the other one was done out of respect.
Well, let's be better about it.
All right.
They defeat Imperium, blah 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 blah. Nobody really cares because whatever. We like when Sami Zayn is chasing a championship or chasing. You know what I mean? It makes sense, right?
Yeah. Now he's coming off the way they do segments and vignettes with him. Mm-hmm. He's coming off like, oh yeah, I'm so cool now. Mm. I'm the tag guy. You know, it's cool, whatever. Yeah. I'm just smug about it. I've always been here. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. And the thing is, his cousin, Bobby Lashley's cousin's a Vegas comedian, and we'll leave it at that. I said it once, and I was dumb for even saying that, but we'll leave it at that. Back to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is going to lose at SummerSlam. I don't want him to lose to the Usos. I just they're boring. The Usos are just blowing their loads. They just
sounds like all of WWE is pretty boring right now. All right, next Dominic Mysterio, which you spelled Mysterio wrong. That's hilarious. Defeats Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods is over no matter what he does.
Of course.
Do I want him to win?
Let's talk about my man Dominic for a minute. Now,
Dominic is, as you like to say, he's a heat magnet.
Heat magnet.
But is he a good wrestler?
I saw a clip. That doesn't matter right now, and I'll tell you why that doesn't matter right now. I watched a clip where he said 2 words in Puerto Rico, boo, like just fucking.
Yes.
Booing.
Oh my god.
And then he had to stop, and he had to wait until they were done booing, and then he said 2 words, boo, and it was just the guy couldn't finish a sentence.
And
he had the crowd for 10 minutes. He had the crowd for 10 minutes just booing him, just booing the shit out of him.
Right.
That's it. That's all he's got to do. He comes out, he raises, he goes, boo.
Blow with the microphone.
Okay. I think it's amazing.
No,
I think it's amazing.
So years ago when Roman Reigns was separated off from the Shield,
Yeah.
and he started cutting these bad promos when he said "suffer and succotash," every time he got out there, the crowd would boo the bejesus out of him. And he made this motion once. He went like this, and he's like, "I got him out of the palm of my hand," and I'm like, do you think it's a good thing to be that hated? Do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's money. It puts asses in seats, as some old guy used to say.
Yeah, that was oh Christ, George Steinbrenner said that about why buy players. But here's my thing with that. When it was Roman Reigns 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah, when he was that first champion, he was probably longer. I'm just throwing a number out there. I could be way off.
Okay.
I never thought it was the kind of you're bad, so bad that you're so annoying. Like Kurt Angle mastered this. Kurt Angle embraced the "you suck, you suck." Yeah. He made it his own.
He made it his thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That was Kurt Angle's N-word.
Yes.
But that was okay.
I don't agree, but yeah.
Well, no, I apologize, but I am also, Anyways, he made it his thing, and fine. Roman Reigns genuinely was just not good. His moveset was a spear and a Superman punch. He had nothing in the middle. Dom is over. Yeah, thank you. Dom is over for being a jackass.
Yeah.
And I think he's really good. And I think he's a competent wrestler. Not the greatest.
Yeah.
But he's a competent wrestler.
Yeah.
And can he come out the other side of this and do something with it? I don't want to see him as a babyface again.
Listen, I think Dom is an amazing character, a heel of what he is right now, is what he's supposed to be doing. I think he has a lot to learn. He's learning a lot from probably Finn Balor and Rhea and
let me ask you a question about him.
His dad, he's probably learned a lot from. He's learning a lot, and I think that's what he should be doing right now.
Let me ask you a question about him.
Learning. Sure.
Does he need to bulk up? So he looks scrappy. I'm sure if I was standing next to him, the guy would just be able to crush me.
I mean, sure.
Because Rey Mysterio is still kind of swole. All of the members, all of those, even Rhea Ripley, are just sinewy and swollen.
I mean, you can always gain a few pounds of muscle, sure.
Because here's the thing, and I don't
think it'll necessarily make or break a character.
To me, when Eddie Guerrero came in from WCW,
chiseled.
No, not at first. The first time he came into WCW with the Radicals, he came in and he was scrappy by comparison to how he left.
Okay.
Now they're not, yeah, I think he needs to get bulked. He needs to get tanned. He needs to be more manly because he's still got the kid thing going on. Even though he's got the sleeve on his arm, I look at him and I go, you still have this I'm a kid vibe.
Well, I think they're going to end that after. I think that'll all change.
What kind of match does he need to have to get him to that next level where I look at him as a man and not a kid?
He needs to have this kind of sucks.
All right.
But I'm going to say, hear me out on this one. He needs to have his Eddie Ray match at like Halloween Havoc. He needs to
they're not going to do a Halloween Havoc.
Well,
whatever they call it.
I'm using the Eddie and Ray from Halloween Havoc as an example. He needs to have his match with somebody from LWO, probably like Escobar or somebody else like that, where they just kind of have like this wrestling match.
Now the XRP is saying that he's going to have and fight an invader. I know there might be a little bit of a lag. What do you mean by an invader? I see what you're saying. He needs to find somebody more hated than him, basically.
Oh, okay.
He needs, but see, that's going as
back to what I was saying.
That's a face turn.
Dominic Mysterio needs to have his Eddie versus Ray moment where he has his match with somebody from the LWO who's not his dad. And they need to have kind of like a banger of a match where people go, oh shit, Dominic has skill. He's not just there to make people boo or whatever. And I don't think that's necessarily going to happen anytime soon because he still needs to develop a little bit.
Right.
but I think they can keep riding this out for a while. And
Of course,
what
this is he's in the heart of what he's doing right now.
yeah, he's still growing and learning, and he's learning from a lot of people. So
When he had that cut that promo with his dad, it was kind of impromptu.
yeah.
I think they had to cut somebody out because people didn't make their flights, so they were protesting.
Mm.
And Ray and Dom had this like 5-minute exchange, and you could tell Dom was nervous. He was stuttering a little bit, but you know what? That's fine. He's new and he's getting his mic chops in. I like him. I like him, and not because he's I think he has like a lot of potential, but he needs to get more mic time.
Mm.
He can't just be going mommy.
He needs to be spending. Okay, so remember how Renee Paquette was terrible kind of on the mic, and then she spent some time with Paul Heyman and she started getting better at the mic, and you can see kind of her improvement
right
on the mic. I think if you spent 6 months hanging out with Paul Heyman and
when she was in WWE as Renee Young.
Yeah. So yeah, she was learning from Paul Heyman while she was there. And you could totally tell the difference between her WWE character and her AEW character now.
But in AEW, I see. I like her less on AEW. When she did that interview with The Miz and Bryan Danielson, she was asking the right questions.
The other two people were the stars in that.
I understand, but you would not have had that interview go the way it did without her. I couldn't imagine anybody else do that because she played it real cool. She tried to play the moderator. She tried to keep the peace with the two of them, and her reactions, everything was great. Now they're using her as just a backstage interviewer. And also, like,
well, she's on the stage too sometimes.
Yeah. And here's the thing: I don't look at her in a demeaning sexual way, but she comes out in kind of just frumpy mom outfits. I don't know what they're doing with her. I don't think that she's a good play-by-play commentator. She tried that; they did it with her for about a year and a half in Raw. She wasn't good at it. She wasn't quick on the draw, and she didn't have a lot to say, and she never gained any traction. She never got comfortable in the role. Not everyone does. Jericho tried. Jericho screams his full head off, and they had Jericho come out one time with William Regal, and William Regal kept correcting him because Jericho was calling plays and he wasn't calling them correctly. So Regal kept correcting his assessment. So with her, she's okay where she's at. I would like to see her.
She definitely developed under Paul Heyman's tutelage.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Actually,
that's the point.
I think I preferred her more in WWE.
That's literally the point I'm trying to make. As if Dom had Paul Heyman tutelage for a moment.
I apologize.
That he would learn.
But
all right, let's go to our next segment here. We got
on.
AEW Dynamite recap. It is 5/3, the date of the
first things first.
Dynamite.
May I say the first bit of news?
Sure. You can actually. I would love for you to be able to announce happily.
Oh, I'm happy.
This moment of celebration.
Wembley is almost sold out.
That is insane to hear coming out of Rob's mouth.
No, where do you get? First of all,
listen,
amongst other, there's other people who talk to me about wrestling. Sure. They think I'm an AEW mark.
I don't think you are. I think you're a WWE guy. I think you're.
No, I'm not.
I think somehow
I watch it.
Listen. I don't think you have a day job. I think you don't have a job. I think Triple H is sending you checks in the mail, brother, because all you do is WWE this, Triple H that. I'm so excited for this, except for recently because
because Triple H is like, I'm going to suck the joy out of this program.
We've seen the shit show that's happened in WWE recently.
Hey, WWE marks. Hey, you AEW marks. Something about they're going to piss in your mouth.
This is for every single hater, asshole, non-believer. Mark.
Yeah, post this real quick.
Well, we're going to talk about that for a second. Hold on. That's literally the
all right, we'll wait then.
Wembley is almost sold out.
Yes.
Pre-sales, they did what, 30, 50,000?
Yeah.
Or something. Oh, God, I'm so excited. Everybody said they couldn't do it. It was
the same stadium.
I'm so excited.
That housed Queen.
Yes. It's going to be packed to the gills.
Queen.
At this point right now,
Queen.
Tony Khan has cut off certain seats, like not selling them because he plans on probably having special guests of some sort. I am so excited to to have Rob announce that. That's
Oh.
such a good, beautiful thing.
I feel like the person on the receiving end of that Rhea Ripley dry hump. It's just like
Yes.
or maybe Rhea Ripley. Just,
Sure. All right. This next thing you wanted to talk about, go ahead and bring it on up.
all right. Yeah.
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing.
Will
Now-
be here in Las Vegas in just over 2 weeks.
Now, here's the thing. I can get tickets to this.
Okay. Are we going?
I'd have to ask our good buddy Dier
Are we going?
if we can.
I have to know. Are we
yeah.
going to do a special podcast at the before the? Are we going to do a segment?
Oh yeah.
Are we going to do? Could we do it?
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll let you guys
We gotta
know.
talk to Dier.
We'll let you guys know if we're going to be doing this. I am excited. I
Oh.
have yet to be here at a live AEW
So can-
event.
I
I've been
have-
wanting to go.
I have when they had the Stadium Stampede,
Mhm.
and it was Eddie Kingston, and he was fighting in the concession stands, and I was one of the guys chasing in the crowd, and we all almost tripped over the cameras because the cameras aren't wireless. They have huge cords behind them, and there's mustard and ketchup everywhere, and everyone's sliding and slipping. It was so much fun. Now I've gone to T-Mobile twice, one for not Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber,
Okay.
and that was okay. But I had about the same seats, mid-loge, mid-tier with AEW, and I had way more fun at the
Yeah.
AEW live event that I had.
I bet you did.
It was
At
great.
The WWE event.
No,
You better
AEW
start
was
sending
better.
them checks back, Triple H. Send them back to Triple H because he ain't no WWE
Wait a
Mark
minute,
no more,
wait a
baby.
minute, wait a minute.
He's
If
done.
I'm a WWE
You hear that,
Mark-
Trips? You hear that, Trips?
Hey, look, I'm going to put it out there. If I'm
Your
a mark for
favorite
them,
employee's done.
hey,
He
Trip,
ain't accepting
Trips,
checks no more.
Trips. And he'll get angry if I use your real name, but I want to because you deserve it.
No, don't do that.
You deserve it.
You don't do that around here.
All right.
We're
Out
not
of
those
respect to you.
shows.
Out of respect
We're
to you.
not those shows.
This is what I'll say about that.
Sure.
Get rid of this stupid fucking. We don't have a world champion. We have two little gay pseudo champions, and neither one of us run the whole thing.
Why
We're
do they
just
have to be homosexual?
we're not the guys anymore. What? We're not. You're not the. Oh God, this is so stupid. Stupid.
right, now
Hold
that
on.
we've-
Like Randy Orton said, stupid. So wait a minute. When is Randy Orton coming back?
I don't know. Well, now that we've had that celebratory moment
Yes.
of accomplishments for
Yes.
AEW, let's talk about a slightly negative thing here.
Oh boy.
Dark and Dark Elevation have currently been canceled. Let's boo that for a moment. Boo. That's not. What? What do you mean?
I don't give a damn about those shows.
I
don't give a crap
I'll tell
about.
you why this is a bad thing real quick.
I don't give
indie
a.
talent.
I don't give a crap about
Indie
Big
talent.
Show White.
Sandra Moon, one of our favorite local wrestlers.
Yes.
Had her opportunity to perform on Dark or Dark Elevation. or
But she could
something.
go on Collision.
And, well, we don't know what they're doing with. First off, we don't know what they're doing with Collision. Thanks for ruining my big second part of this announcement. But those two shows have been something of a elevation of sorts for indie wrestlers to have opportunities to showcase their talent, and I think it's gonna. I don't know what they're doing with Collision or what's what and who's who, but it just kind of sucks that there's less opportunities for local people.
We don't know that yet, but it could be.
But those two shows have been canceled currently for the announcement of a brand new show called Collision. Collision is going to be on.
Sounds like there's Sunday Night Heat.
Is it going to be on TNT?
I think so.
I think
Saturday.
that's the special
Saturday
deal.
on TNT.
I think that's the special deal that they're having is TNT wanted another wrestling show from AEW on their channel. It was a big deal, lots of money involved or whatever. And this is also rumored. This brand new Collision show, debut show of Collision, is also rumored to be the big return of
CM Punk.
CM Punk is rumored, big time rumored. I'm going to keep saying rumored because I don't want there to be some tomfoolery or shenanigans about did they say he was going to go?
Yeah.
Oh, they said he didn't have anyway, he is rumored to be coming to the debut Collision, and I am excited for it.
Yeah.
Rob, I am
Hey,
half erect.
here's oh Jesus.
I am half erect.
All right, hold on. So when you're making love to your beautiful wife, or do you
Yes.
just have a poster of CM of the wall?
Sometimes before I get in there, I have to look at a picture I have of CM Punk, give the guy a high, a thanks, buddy, and then
And yes, I did look over to my left at a producer to see if he thought my joke was funny.
no, we
And he left.
all laughed. Yeah, so CM Punk maybe coming back. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a good thing.
You know what I like about CM Punk?
Sure.
You can do anything with him. He's so versatile.
He's a little fragile. He gets injured.
Yep, but you could do so much with him.
My man's gets injured, but I really am excited to see where this goes, what happens, who's involved, if he's coming back, if not, whatever. Jericho Appreciation Society, the guy you don't like, do his little fucking thing. You don't like the guy.
I don't like the guy. Which guy?
You don't like the gets my nipples hard.
Oh no!
Do it.
The Jericho Appreciation Society celebrating sports entertainment.
Yeah.
And you know what gets daddy asses nipples hard?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You know what?
I know you hate the guy. It was those two guys versus Roderick Strong, his first match in AEW with my boy Adam Cole. We got part of them back. What was that group that they had in NXT where it was Adam Cole and Roderick Strong and it was Fish.
Yeah.
And it was damn it. Where's Red at when I need him? Red knows the group. I can't remember the name.
Red Dragon.
Well, yeah, it was Red Dragon, and then it was Adam Cole and Roderick Strong, and they had they had the armbands, and they had there we go. Who had the Undisputed Era? It was a half return of the Undisputed Era, and I am just tickled pink, honestly. With I love these guys. Undisputed Era. It's half of Undisputed Era, and they had a match, and what they're doing. Did you see this match?
No.
Okay, what they're doing is Jericho came out and he got on the announce table and he's talking the whole time and he's blah 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 bullshit and after the match, Adam Cole walks over there and Jericho's still talking shit as Adam Cole's walking over there and he slaps the piss out of Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
They're leading to an Adam Cole Chris Jericho match, and you know what? I am excited for it. I think
it's a great match. Adam Cole to me.
We haven't seen a lot from him. He's been injured.
What like this was almost career ending the way he was going on. Was that just kayfabe or was that the real?
I don't. I mean, you gotta.
Is that a work?
You gotta believe everything's a work.
And you think to me is he's younger, but even he looks frail. He doesn't look like a guy who could kick anyone's ass.
Well, listen, I can't stand. I'm a big defender of Adam Cole because people have been body shaming this guy since he first got a chance and an opportunity.
He looks like a watered down Shawn Michaels.
He's just a small guy. His frame is small.
Right.
Okay, he's a small built guy.
But there are guys in what's his name in WWE? They called him Shorty G for a while. Gables.
Sure, Gables.
Chad Gables is my height. He's 5'7". He's built like a brick shit house.
Build. Right, he has a different build. If you look at Adam Cole's build, even if let's be serious for a minute. Even if Adam Cole decided to do steroids, right? Say he was like, I'm gonna bulk up, I'm gonna do steroids, I'm gonna do a bunch of shit. He would never have the same figure and build as Gable. They just have different genetics.
I guess he just always comes off to me as not very strong. Also in the ring,
he's a great wrestler.
But is it because I always feel like I feel like he always ends up going to the boom, and then it's just like, all right,
super kick, and
he doesn't have a wide variety. I'll give you an example of somebody I think who has a wide range of ability.
Sure.
Okay. Seth Rollins, wide range.
Absolutely.
He absorbs so much. Somebody who people maybe more indie scene, but guys attitude, work ethic is bad, but his ability is amazing. Austin Aries.
Okay.
Austin Aries is a guy who was
Wrestle.
in Impact Wrestling. He was in
Yeah.
WWE. He has a wide book, just amazing book of abilities and moves.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns started off very bland, and he kept growing and growing, and now he's got so many damn moves. Moxley. Moxley's a brawler, fine, but then he adds moves. He added the lariat. He adds moves and things. Whereas this guy does just enough to get you into his finisher. That's the way I feel. I like his personality as a heel or a face. He can go either direction, which makes him very versatile. They did the gimmick where he was, chained to the ropes and he couldn't save Britt in time. And Jericho's being a super heel wearing the Britt Baker shirt with the black eye, which I think is really morbid because it kind of like promotes like spouse, like white, like this woman beating.
Well, there's no context. Somebody was saying this. Could you imagine somebody trying to wear that out in public?
That you can't wear that shirt.
You can't wear that out in public.
It's nothing marketable about it.
There's nothing on
And if
there
you didn't
that
see the week
says-
before, Chris Jericho's. I don't even want to show it again. Britt Baker took a black eye from this promo that they did a couple of weeks earlier, and Jericho printed on a shirt the picture of Britt Baker with a black eye, and it was not good. I found it was it was not tasteful.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Open it up so we can
talk about it.
Yeah, it's
could
fine.
you imagine?
Let me blow it up
Real quick, could you imagine you're walking down the street and somebody decides to wear this shirt out in public?
By the way, I don't think that this cannot be available. Chop AEW. I hope that's a joke.
I hope it is
because
I want it.
You see, you make fun of me.
I want it because listen, my wife and I have this running joke. Anytime she pisses me off, I'm like, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you.
Jesus Christ! What are you, Ralph Cramden?
I talk so much shit. My wife could beat the dog piss out of me in real life.
Let me explain something about this. Britt Baker did a match with Thunder Rosa.
I find domestic violence hilarious.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna cut your mic off, man.
Cancelable.
I cut your mic off.
I find domestic violence hilarious.
Oh no, you're cut off. You're cut off, dude. No. You're cut off, dude. Hold on. Wait a minute, because you're gonna go back into dude. We're not talking. Oh my god.
When the woman beats up the man, I find that shit hilarious.
Oh, but this was not that. This was a really distasteful thing that Jericho did, because it was like, all right. Oh my god, dude! You're a disaster. We're down to 2 viewers because of you. Oh my god! And this is why I didn't give you an energy drink today. He was begging me for an energy drink. He's like, "Hey Rob, can I get one of those energy drinks?" I'm like, "Oh, look at you! You're coughing. You're fucking COVID germs all over my house." This isn't a studio. This is my house.
Listen, more men should get beat up by their wives. I think it's hilarious. Oh my god. So funny.
Oh Jesus Christ! The tables have turned now. You can't say shit to me for the rest of the month. For the rest of May,
that shirt is amazing. It would be hilarious for me to wear that around the house with my wife. She would laugh her ass off with that, and I think it's hilarious. But you can't wear that in public. And that's...
No. This is disgusting. This was very. Hold on. This was tasteless.
I think it's funny.
It was tasteless.
I think it's funny just because. Like, plus Britt Baker, I feel like.
Oh no! But here's the thing. It did what it was supposed to do.
Sure.
You had to make.
It got people talking.
He got his ass kicked for it. He deserved it. Great. Does it make Jericho a scumbag? Yes, but it's going into a line that I don't like. You're tilting into an area that I don't like because. I don't like. See, here was the thing. What Jericho did was Jericho handed off Britt Baker to the women to beat up for the Outcasts to beat up, and that's fine. But then Jericho also was the one who told them to do that kind of. It's a murky.
Yeah. See, if it was turned around though, and Britt Baker had Jericho tied up, and they were beat him,
and she cold cocked him.
Come on, that shit would have been hilarious.
And she would be over.
Tell me you wouldn't have laughed your fucking ass off if that happened.
But my point is when Britt
Guys,
Baker,
we got 12 more minutes.
Yeah, when Britt Baker was fighting Thunder Rosa and was all bloodied, it was different because it was like, look, that's something. Somebody bleeding out is something that the men only do in wrestling matches. Right. She did it. It was like a pioneering thing. Not even China back in the day took bumps like that or was ever busted open to my knowledge.
Right.
That match with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa 2 years ago was fucking amazing.
Yes.
She was a beast. And even though she lost that match, she went over and she was in the opening credits for AEW. She did a good job. That cemented her. That's what brought her to the next level. That's what I'm asking you about Dominic Mysterio. What's going to bring Dominic Mysterio to that next level? Britt Baker brought herself to that next level doing that. What I would like to see out of that Adam Cole, if he beats Jericho up or not, I just want to ask something of you.
I would like to see them fighting, beating the shit out of each other. Adam Cole handcuffs Jericho.
Is Jericho busted open?
And lets Britt Baker punch him.
But
Britt Baker punches him right in the eyeball. And then next week she has a fucking shirt with Jericho's face with a black eye.
But is he busted open?
I would cream my fucking pants.
Will Jericho bleed?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Now here's my question.
Could you imagine if it was flipped though? If Britt Baker wore a fucking black eye that she gave to Jericho?
That would be empowering.
That would be amazing, right?
Now, but I have a question. Have you been noticing that the JAS is kind of drifting away from Jericho?
Sure. Well, I think that's kind of the point of the JAS. I think he's supposed to be there to build those guys up and make them better.
But they're not any better. Like the only one who's better is Garcia.
Listen, we got 11 minutes. And
Daniel Garcia is the only one who's better.
I
out
want
of
to
those
make
three.
a quick announcement for you guys while you're still here.
Next week.
That are here. Next week, we will be doing this show live, and we will be doing it on a brand new YouTube, and it'll only be on YouTube. We're only doing it on the one YouTube from now on.
We want you guys all under one house. Although tonight they're all under one house.
Yeah, so we've noticed that there's been an issue when there's like 2 people on Facebook and 2 people on your YouTube and 2 people on mine or whatever. It's just we're trying to make it one spot to have the broadcast. So next week we will only have it right there on the Rob and Markus.
Yeah, instead of having like multiple links. Now those links can be shared, and we'll link them to all of those pages.
We'll do it on all those pages.
But it's going to be the other direction.
But we need every single person that watches the broadcast.
Just one house
under one roof. It makes things easier for us,
and allows us to grow the brand and not have to work crummy J jobs.
We're trying to take this a little more serious.
Yes, and not talk about Britt Baker getting cold cocked.
I would fucking love a Chris Jericho black eye shirt with Britt Baker wearing it that she gave him.
You're trying to redeem yourself.
That shit would be hilarious. No, because I told you I find domestic abuse hilarious when it's the man getting beat up by the woman. I think that's hilarious.
All right. Oh my God, it's gonna
Blackpool.
This is gonna come back.
We're doing this. We're doing this real quick. Blackpool Combat Club segment. Brian Danielson says, "Fuck Bret Hart." He didn't actually say that, but he did say that he was the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, which is a direct shot at Bret Hart, and I love it.
Yeah.
And then Moxley promotes his match next week in a cage match versus Kenny Omega, which could be happening right now. I don't know.
On a side note, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Wheeler Yuta being kind of elevated?
I like it.
I think he's great.
He's learning from 3 of the best.
And I don't look at him as a kid. I look at him as a new face. I don't look at him as a kid.
He's learning from 3 of the best. He's learning from the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan, who is arguably one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. He's learning from, Claudio Castagnoli, who is, again, a great wrestler, very strong, has a great career. And then he's learning from Moxley, who is just over as can possibly be. People love him and everything. So I think Wheeler Yuta has a great opportunity to learn from 3 of the best. I like Wheeler, and I think he's going to be great. Now, my favorite.
I've been
waiting this entire time to
Hold
talk
on.
about.
Let me do this. Let me do the honors.
Sure.
I gotta.
Don't take the screen off my face. Thank you.
Oh.
Let's just look at it for a moment and enjoy it. That's Rob. Rob is jerking it. We are.
That's man meat, baby.
Yes.
That's
so
tatted up man meat.
We have a big announcement from these 3 big fellas that as the trios champions in AEW.
If Buddy Murphy said to you, I want you to lick me man boobs,
I'd be like, as long as I can lick Rhea's after. Here's the deal.
Oh, so you want sweaty Australian meat?
Don't mind it. House of Black, they have this big announcement. For the trios titles, while they're holding the AEW trios titles, there will be new rules. There are new house rules to the championships. There's going to be a 20-second count out. No rope break. I like that one.
Yeah.
And dealer's choice, which means the challenger to the title can decide if there is a disqualification or not, if there's DQs or not. That's the brand new house rules to the trios championship, and I love it. I like things switching up a little bit. You don't necessarily need a new title to make new rules.
No,
I think switching rules on a current title while there's a current champ, I love the idea.
Yeah.
So I am excited for this. I am excited to see what can come from these matches. Also, there was a fourth. This is a weird thing. They had any 3 people can come together and make a new trio.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like
that's
that.
Fine.
I like that. So you could have like Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, and Vikingo one week, and I would fuck it. That's a great trio.
Here's what I'll say about this. It gives us an opportunity to see the return of the Bastard Pack.
Sure.
What I like about the rules are it's a hybrid of what you would get out of New Japan Pro Wrestling with the 20 count.
Yes.
And the no rope break is a Ring of Honor's pure rule thing.
Yes.
So it's a great combination.
I love it.
It also makes it that there's something different to the triple tag team belts, instead of just being another belt.
Yeah, a third.
It's a third belt.
Whatever.
Love it. I love it. Do these rules stay?
Another thing, real quick.
But hold on. Do the rules stay?
I mean, as long as the House of Black is
champion. But does it would the House of Black just be like, all right, we're just gonna make it their rules, and it just becomes the rules?
I wouldn't mind that personally.
I think they're testing it out in other words.
But I think it's really cool that House of Black decided to do something like this, and they were like, hey, let's have new belt stipulations. One thing I would like to talk about before we're done talking about these amazing young gentlemen is the fourth, Julia Hart. She is entertaining. She is becoming more entertaining. She's growing as a star and an attraction, and I think that it's good for her.
And she's got a decent feud going on right now.
Yes.
With Anna Jay.
Entertaining. And that's what wrestling is about.
All right.
Last thing before we go, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Trio, what is that? The Tres de Mayo Trios Battle Royale. I only know a little bit of Spanish. I only know like no mames and stuff like that, chingalewe and stuff like that.
All right, that's
Here we go. We have Butcher and Blade and what the fuck is this?
So we've got Butcher and Blade and oh Christ, now I forgot
Kip Sabian.
We've got Pentel Cerro Miedo and
the Lucha Bros and
Vikingo.
And then we got, who are those 3? The athletes, the premium all-star athletes.
Tony Nese.
Yeah,
and 2 other guys.
Dark Order.
Right. Scissor Me Timbers.
Daddy Ass and Acclaimed.
Yeah. And by the way, Daddy Ass is winning.
Hey, they won.
And he's winning. He's doing Famousers.
Yes.
And by the way.
Who was crying about their guy not winning for so long? And then what did I tell you? What did I say?
What do you mean? What did you say?
What did I say?
What did you say?
I said the day we had that argument about Billy Gunn, I said, hey, watch him win a couple, and then your whole attitude change. And what? Now he's winning? Now he's won a couple? And your whole attitude's changed.
But I'm happy.
You're happy that your boy's winning. Now you're okay. Now can he win? Can he lose a couple and you're still okay with his situation?
This is the reason why I was angry with him losing is the same reason why I was angry with
EC3 losing. It was so long between wins.
Yes.
That's it.
They jobbed him out, and he didn't need to job out.
And he's a
By the way,
legend.
I didn't like that when they did it with Mickey James on WWE. I'm like, why the fuck are you jobbing Mickey James? She better have a broken fucking leg and a torn ACL for you to be jobbing her ass out.
I called it, though. I did say that he was going to turn around and start winning a little bit.
All right.
You were crying about the guy not
You're
winning.
piggybacking afterwards.
Okay.
You're like.
Anyway, this was a great session. I'm so excited that we had this podcast, Rob.
Yes, it was good.
Are we probably going to do this again next week, same time?
I like the time. Tuesday would make more sense.
Tuesday does make more sense.
But you know what? I want to work with everybody here.
But here's the thing. We have an executive producer who we'd love to have on the show. He's been doing great. I think you guys can tell that his work has been.
I don't want to break the fourth wall, and
podcast
breaking the fourth wall here means
or
going
whatever.
away from my green screen.
No, but
But he's doing a
quick,
good job,
we
and
would
I'm
like
happy.
him to have him around more often. So if he says that Wednesday's a little more doable, then we're gonna have to
Do Wednesdays.
make that happen.
And I apologize in advance. My ADD. This is like my kingdom. This is like the
I know
arena.
you got a lot going on over here.
It's you have to see this layout. I mean, it's not a super ideal studio style layout, but we're trying to make it work. And you know what? I'm putting all my equipment to work. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I've got a lot of equipment here.
You got a lot going on here. So thank you guys for.
And I'm going to try to find a way to fix the wheel on his chair.
If you could please share this around, like, comment, tell your buddies about it, please. We will be here next week on the brand new YouTube. We need to build that YouTube, so please be around, stick around.
And by the way, the reason why the AEW logo
stop using wrestlers' real names.
Well, you did by saying Renee Paquette earlier,
but she is Renee Paquette in AEW.
All right. Well, if Kevin Owens goes to AEW, he'll be Kevin Steen.
If he decides to use that name,
he would.
Right,
and then I'll dig up a smelly, dirty fight Steen fight.
I'm asking. Oh, I mean, I love that shirt. That's such a great shirt.
And I'll get some rubber chairs and rubber ladders, Ring of Honor style. Because some of those. Have you ever seen Hollywood Pro Wrestling where they're wrestling and they're fighting with some of the most like silly props ever?
Yes.
Oh my God! They had it in my gym. Hollywood Pro Wrestling.
Really?
They had it at Las Vegas Athletic Club, and I was like, wait a minute, they have Hollywood Pro Wrestling going on all the screens, and those ladders were bending every time they climbed up them. I'm like, what is this ladder made out of?
Yeah. All right. Thanks for having us. Thanks for being around. Thanks for sticking it out. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell everybody involved.
That Wembley Arena is going to make AEW.
History.
It's gonna put AEW on the map.
Also, real quick, they just announced some sort of deal with Disney Plus. Did you see that? $1 billion deal.
AEW
$1 billion deal with a Disney Plus or something. So they're killing it right now.
Oh,
hold on.
I need the picture of Rhea Ripley like just nailing that chick up the ass. That's with a smile.
All right.
That
cut the mic. Cut the show. What are you doing? This is behind the scenes shit at this point.
All right. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.